welcome back. I'm Shannon Register, and you are listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. Every week we bring you news and information you can use, but this weekend is a little bit different. We're talking all about school districts. We're talking about news you can use for your kids, and we know that there are so many buyers who are moving into the Houston area. A lot of them are relocated with jobs, and they're always, the first thing they always tell the realtor is they've got to be in a good school district. So we're talking with some superintendents from some of our great school districts in the area. We talked to Fort Bend first segment, way south of Houston, quite a distance from where I am up here in North Houston. And now we're jumping all the way north of Houston. We're going to Montgomery Independent School District. So Beau Rees is joining me via Skype. So how are you today?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. You survived the beginning of the school year. That's good.
Yes, it was a good first week, and I can definitely say that both not only our kids but teachers are looking forward to a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's great. So it's this school year. Did you guys have any new schools that you opened? Because that's always exciting, and I'm sure a lot of work when you start, new faculty, new school.
Exactly, but we did not. We have 2 new schools that are set to open in August of 2017 and currently under construction. That's Oak Hills Junior High School and Keenan Elementary, and they're both located next to each other off of Keenan Cutoff Road, which is in between Farm to Market 2854 and Highway 149.
So you are very far north of Houston, Montgomery Independent School District. You guys are pretty spread out. You have a big area that you cover. How many students do y'all have?
We have 8,249 kids as of this morning. So we are really spread out. We cover over 230 square miles, part of San Jacinto National Forest, of course, the beautiful Lake Conroe area, and we touch Grimes County line all the way to bordering up to, there's a couple intersections that you'll actually see school buses from Conroe and Magnolia and Tomball and Montgomery all together. Kind of the Four Corners area.
Yeah, you guys are pretty strewn out, and because of that, you have a very diverse population in your school district.
We do. We have a number of our kiddos are coming from different walks of life, and diversity makes your district better. So we are appreciative for that.
That's good. So for a parent who's moving to Montgomery Independent School District, what would you, I talked with Superintendent Dupree a little bit about, what do buyers like about your district? And so I want to kind of change that question a little bit for you. For a student who has special needs, how can you help those buyers with getting their children kind of into the district and into a good first start? Because that's kind of, for buyers, that's a big deal when you have a special needs child.
Certainly, it is. And I didn't realize I was following Charles.
He's got a lot of kids to keep up with.
He's a good man. They do a good job there. For our parents and people looking at moving to Montgomery and whether special needs or not, it's really about the feel of the district. And we really have what we believe are small town schools with big city academics. And so we feel like we can offer all the things they do in really large urban districts, but also keep that small town kind of flavor and community atmosphere. And a lot of our parents, we don't really have community or neighborhood schools because we're so spread out. Mm-hmm. We have one neighborhood elementary in Walden subdivision, which is Bailey Ranch, and a lot of people enjoy that feel where you can still bike and walk up to school and those type of things. But the majority of our growth is coming from the south part of our district, driven in large part by the Wood Forest subdivision, mm-hmm. as well as expansions and growth in Crown Oaks and Grand Lake Estates. And so that's where our new schools are being built, further out in that direction in the district. But if parents are moving in and certainly looking at places to put their kids, we certainly hope that Montgomery's in the mix when you're talking about some of the better school districts in the area. And our staff does a great job of reaching out and trying to help parents of new kiddos come in. And so many of our kids are new and moving in that we have kind of a system down. You're not going to see any kids sitting by themselves at the lunch table and those type of things, because we kind of well versed in that being a fast growth district.
Well, I have 2 kiddos in your school district, and I really like the community involvement. I know for my kids, it's I really like the way the YMCA comes into the school district. They have an after-school program. I like that. And I also like there are some churches in the area that offer their location as like fun nights for the kids, so that you can, you get the advertising coming in their backpacks, and then where to take them on the weekends if they want to, be involved in these extracurricular, activities. So I see a lot of community involvement in the school, and I think that's great. I like that.
It really is. We're very fortunate. Great community support for public schools. A lot of people do move out. When I say out, like you said, we're far out here on the northern edge, if you will, of the Houston area, and people move out here for that quiet kind of quality of life.
Yeah.
And they really do support the schools, and we're very fortunate to have YMCA being more of a further out type of district, but Conroe's YMCA does serve our kids, and it's a great after-school program. And then we have a couple of churches that do things like the fifth quarter after the football games, and then sponsor other youth activities. So it really is a whole community effort to have a good school system.
Yeah, and I know when you walk in the schools, you always see the banners of not always, but the ones I've been in, you see the banners of local companies who have come in and given support for the school, and kind of, I don't know all the ways that they're supporting the schools, but I know that they have made a commitment to serve the schools, and that's a wonderful thing that you have in the district.
It really is. We're very fortunate in that area, and an example of that is a number of school districts have educational foundations that they've set up,
right,
to support their schools, and we've never had that. We've had such great support, and we didn't have to really coordinate it and organize it that way. We went ahead with the help of our school board and some influential community members. We went and set one up 2 years ago, and it has just taken off.
Yeah, you have a lot of support for that.
So it's been that's been fun to watch that grow, and all those dollars go back into the classroom for innovative and creative, outside of the box, not out of the normal regular curriculum type things. And our parents and kids really do appreciate it, and our teachers feel valued. And I think that's one thing you'll notice here is that we have long tenured teachers. I like to say they come and they stay, they teach, and then they come and sub after they've retired.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's a good thing.
It is. It's kind of a neat tapestry, a fabric of kind of who we are.
Yeah. Well, tell us about your robotics program that you're offering at the high school.
Yes, we just this year have expanded our offerings in our what we call Project Lead the Way, and that is a program designed to offer higher end or more rigorous academic electives at the high school and junior high level in science, technology, engineering, and math. And this year we were able to start a new program, a robotics program, that our kids have really jumped in wholeheartedly. It's, the course selection guide, that was the hot ticket class. Filled up, and I'm really looking for doing some neat things this year. I know a lot of schools have those programs, large, big mega schools do that. So we're to be able to offer it to our kids.
What's your biggest issue as a small district versus, big districts kind of have different problems than a small district. So what is your biggest issue in your district that y'all have to overcome? I would think it would be transportation, because you got a lot of ground to cover, but what is your biggest issue?
Transportation is one. We do cover over 5,000 miles a day, going back and forth. But probably for us, it's an economy of scale thing. A larger district can purchase 50 million copies or boxes of paper and put it in a big warehouse and get a lot better pricing and type of things.
Okay.
We do. It costs more when you live in a smaller or have a smaller district to operate. We just don't have as many economy of scale. But we we deal with certainly some of the issues that they deal with, and but in the most part, I think one of the benefits of being a little smaller is that we still do. We don't know everybody's name like Cheers, but we do know most of the parents.
Most of them.
Yes, and so again, it's kind of a community effort in school, and I think that helps offset any extra expense it may cost to deliver a quality education.
Well, that's good. So how's your football team going to go this year? I always have to ask about football.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Our Bears are off and running 1-0. We had our home opener last weekend, and it was great. We think we're going to be good. We're in a new district this year. We're in with Conroe Schools and Lufkin and actually Beaumont, Westbrook. So we have quite a bit of driving to do, but we're looking forward to it. One of the great highlights of the first game was that we were able to honor the 1968 Lincoln High School state champion football team, and Lincoln High School was the African American high school in Montgomery prior to the end of segregation, and they competed in the Prairie View A&M classification, like the UIL.
Okay.
And we were able to recognize them and get them their rings that they never were awarded, and give them a big trophy that we're going to put in to our high school, and it was really a great ceremony.
That
great
sounds
start
neat.
To the football season.
Yeah,
yes.
that sounds like a good kickoff to the beginning of football season. Well, we're talking later in the show with Xavier from down in Stafford School District. They're small, but they're also logistically they're very small, so they don't have any transportation issues. They're a tiny district in a small area. And talking to him about football, they have to travel all over to play football. So
yes, when we were a smaller classification, we did as well. But once we moved into 6A, they managed to find the last 2 years we were in with Spring and Klein. Really tough competition, a lot of good schools, good kids, and our kids they fight hard and they give it their all. We are growing into 6A and competing pretty well.
Well, good. Well, sounds like you're off to a good year. Thanks for Skyping in. I know you're busy. You got a lot of ground to cover out there in Montgomery County, so I appreciate you Skyping in today. Superintendent Rees from Montgomery Independent School District. We appreciate what you're doing for our kids out there.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Houston Real Estate Radio. If you've got a real estate question, give us a call at 844-788-9444. And you can catch the interviews with our superintendents online at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com.
Imagine you and your family return from a tropical vacation to find that one of your pipes burst, flooding your entire house. Are you fully covered? Will you only receive $100 for your TV that cost you $2,000 just 2 years ago? Will your insurance company pay for you to live in a hotel while your home is being repaired? What if on that same trip you lose your wedding ring? Will your home insurance coverage replace that as well? All insurance policies are not created equal. If you don't know the answer to these questions, you're not alone. Most people don't understand the gaps in their coverage until it's too late. Call Goosehead Insurance today and let one of our agents review your current policy to ensure that you are fully covered. At Goosehead Insurance, we understand the power of choice. Instead of working for a single insurance company, our agents have access to over 20 A-rated carriers. This allows us to craft a policy to fit your particular lifestyle, budget, and needs. It also enables us to reshop your policy in the future, if necessary, saving you time and money. No need to look for another agent. At Goosehead, we've got you covered. Our agents will walk you through each policy decision so that you have the coverage you need. If that's not reason enough, talk to one of our happy clients. Our client satisfaction scores are 3 times the industry average. To experience the Goosehead Insurance difference, visit us online at goosehead.com or call us at 800-474-1377.